Amanda, and welcome to your sample Daily 5 beginning level workout. So this workout is not actually part of the program, but it is reminiscent of the level of difficulty and the pacing and the style of what you will find in the Daily 5 program. So the Daily 5 beginning level program consists of 7 unique workouts. You have a Sunday workout and a Monday workout, Tuesday workout, etc. You have a separate workout for each day of the week, and the program is designed to last you for 6 weeks. So I always vary up what exercises you're doing throughout the week, and you'll have 1 warm-up, 5 Pilates mat-based exercises, and a stretch. And I make sure to include some type of extension or back strengthening each day, because I think that's really important and something that gets neglected. So we'll do this workout, and if you like what you see, then you can check out the beginning level Daily 5 program in the Fit Shop. Okay, so we are going to start laying down on the mat. I will have you bring your feet hip distance apart, hands resting behind the thighs, and we're going to roll through the spine to safely come down to the mat. So draw the stomach muscles in and work your way down 1 bone at a time, and then we're just going to get comfortable here. So this is a hook lying position. I want your feet parallel and sit bone distance apart. We're going to start with our neutral pelvic alignment. So I want you to have a little bit of space underneath the low back, and you'll be flat on top here. Go ahead, let everything get really comfortable, get grounded through the feet, the pelvis. You should feel weight underneath the middle of the back and underneath the back of the skull. There should be space and freedom underneath the neck, underneath the low back. And I want you to just slide your fingertips down and out and away from your shoulders. So we have length through the arms, the wrists are coming down into the mat, and you can just spread wide through the hands here. We're going to begin warming up with an exercise called rolling the invisible marble. As you breathe in, I'd like for you to arch the back further away from the mat, as if you were creating a slope for an imaginary marble to roll down right through the legs and off the pelvis. And as you breathe out, you're going to flatten the back into the mat, creating the opposite slope so that the marble will roll up towards the chest or towards your face. And we begin to just fill your breath with the movement. Inhaling to roll the marble to the feet, and exhaling, squeeze the stomach and roll the marble towards your head. So my hope for you is that you are taking this movement as far as you can in each direction without forcing it and without causing any discomfort or pain. I want this to all be very comfortable. Just start to warm up and release the muscles around the pelvis and the low back. Inhale, rolling the marble to the feet. Exhale, roll the marble towards the head, and we'll try a couple more breaths here. You're going to keep the chin drawing down and in towards the chest. You'll inhale through the nose, and then you choose whether you prefer to exhale out through the nose or through the mouth. Last time, inhaling to the feet. Let this feel really good. Just kind of let everything loosen up a little bit. Get centered. Exhale to roll the marble towards the head. And from here, we're going to settle back into our neutral alignment so you're flat on top. I'd like for your feet to stay exactly as they are, parallel and hip distance apart, and I want you to draw the knees together. So you're going to begin to squeeze the knees together like you have a dollar bill placed between them. So we begin to engage the inner thighs, our adductor muscles. We're going to come into a little butt squeeze here. We're going to do a little booty work. So as you exhale, you're going to flatten the back into the mat, squeeze the buns, and squeeze the belly. But my back stays flat. I'm not lifting up off of the mat. Everything is still down. And then as I inhale, I continue to squeeze the legs and the tummy, but I release back to neutral and I release my tush. So with an exhale, small and intense, I squeeze the buns, squeeze that dollar bill, squeeze the belly. And then as I release, the knees stay together, the tummy draws in, but I soften and relax the backside and let the back come away from the mat. So exhale, squeeze it together. So this should be small and tight. Inhale to release. I want a lot of intensity back where the back of the thigh comes up into your booty. So like you're building that little shelf. We're lifting the derriere. Let's try a few more. Let's exhale and squeeze. Inhale to relax, soften and release, but we do not let go of the belly. It's also important to keep the upper body soft and relaxed here. We're letting the intensity come down and into the middle and backside, and we're keeping the shoulders and the neck, the face and the jaws just really soft and loose. Exhale, squeeze, put all the energy down into that squeeze, just kind of pause into it. Inhale to release. Last 2 times. Exhale, flattening the back, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the buns. Should feel good. It should feel like work though. And inhale to relax. 1 more. Squeeze. And relax. Keep the knees together. Now I want you to walk the feet together. So feet, ankles, knees, thighs, everything is pressing together toward midline, really nice and tight, like you've got one solid leg in the middle of the body. We're going to continue flattening the back, squeezing the tush. This time I want you to lift up and hover off of the ground. This is not a big bridge, this is not a back bend, but there is space here. So I've lifted a few bones of my spine up. Then I'm going to roll back down through the spine, back to neutral, legs stay together, tummy stays tight. So I exhale, it's like I'm squeezing so hard I have nowhere to go but up. So I float up, my toes stay relaxed, my face stays relaxed, I melt it down, roll back into neutral. This is why we did the warming up with rolling the marble. You are rolling through that spine, we're just going a little bit bigger now, adding in a few more muscles. And relax and release back down, and exhale, squeeze and lift. And melt it back down. Just a couple more here. Squeeze it up. Just nice and tight. I don't want any pain anywhere. There should be no knee pain, no back pain, no neck pain. Everything should be kept comfortable, so you modify if you need to. Okay, last time we're going to hold it up. So we exhale, squeeze it up. Take your inhale. Now we're going to pulse it. So we push it up. Keep those legs tight together. Up. Up, up, up. Squeeze. 2 more. Soften, relax all the way down. We're coming into single leg stretch. So we'll bring the right knee to the chest. The left hand comes across the leg to the outside of the leg, and your outside hand comes to the ankle. So both hands are on the outside of the leg to help guide it to stay parallel. The opposite leg will straighten and turn out slightly. The higher it is to the sky, the easier this is. So for more intensity, you begin to draw the leg down closer to the floor. We're going to lift the chin to chest, and I want you to use the upper abdominals to lift you. There's no strain on the neck, gazing at the belly. And we will pulse the leg in twice with an inhale, pulling it in directly to the chest. And on the exhale, we switch. Switch hands, switch legs. Inhale, pulse it in. Exhale, switch. The straight leg is reaching across the room. It's not being lazy. It is turned on. It's engaged, and it's trying to touch the wall in front of you. Inhale, pulse it in. Exhale, switch. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. Draw the legs in, relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Take a breath and just release them. We're going to come into the double leg stretch now. So again, from the upper abdominals, raise the head, hands stay on the outsides of the ankles. As you inhale, the legs stretch out long, placing a V shape in the feet. Arms go overhead, arms circle around, and squeeze the legs back in nice and tight to the chest. A little stretch there. Inhale, we stretch out long like a piece of taffy, but we keep the torso as still and steady and controlled as possible. So that's the work. That's the core work. Inhale out long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale out long. Exhale, squeeze it in. We have 2 more repetitions. If the head is tired, give it a break. Take care to keep the neck comfortable. Inhale out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Relax down. Just hug the knees into the chest for a couple of breaths here. You can rock out the low back if that feels good. Okay, we're going to lower the legs down and roll to a seated position. You can use the hands to assist you. You always have the choice to roll to the side and press yourself up if you need to. We're going to come onto all fours. We're going to come into a balance, a stretch and a balance. So we will bring the shoulders directly over the wrist and then spread nice and wide through the hands. I want you to press down by the thumbs so the weight's distributed really evenly. And then a little bend in the elbow so that the hollows, this little hollow of each elbow faces each other so they can look at each other. Okay, we bring the hips right over the knees and then the neck in line with the spine. So my gaze is just out in front of my hands a little bit. We'll stretch that left leg back behind you, and I'm pushing through the ball of the foot and reaching back through the heel. So I get a little bit of a stretch and a release through the calf, maybe the back of the heel. And then I want to lift my leg from that left cheek and hamstring. I'm going to lift the leg no higher than hip height, so my hips stay squared off and level. And then I'm going to reach my right arm out in front of me like I'm shaking someone's hand, and I'm going to lift the arm from my mid-back. So I now have muscles all along the back side of me working. Hold here and breathe. My gaze continues to stay just a little bit out in front of my hands. I'm going to lower everything down together, and with an exhale, round out the spine. Let the head hang, lift up through the belly. You can shake the head here. Lower the shoulders from the ears. As I inhale, I'm going to look up in front. Let the sit bones rise. And then just come back to neutral. We're going to repeat our stretch and our balance. So pressing back through the right heel. Get a good stretch here. Draw the belly up and in. I don't want to see anything sagging. I want the tummy nice and supported here. And then from the cheek and the hamstring, you're going to lift that leg. So the whole back side of that leg is working here. Then we will take the left hand out in front with the thumb to the ceiling like you're shaking someone's hand, and I'm lifting this from my shoulder blade. I don't care so much how high my hand and my foot get. I want the work to come from my powerhouse, so it's coming close to the center of the body. Another breath here. And then again, let's exhale, round out the spine, let the head hang, pull up through the stomach, hold and breathe. And then use an inhale to get really long. Look up in front, let the sit bones rise behind. And then we're going to wag the tail. So we'll come back to a tabletop position really long, like a neutral spine, tight tummy. I will take an inhale here, and as I exhale, my shoulders, my head, and my hips all move to the left. So I'm making a C curve from side to side, a nice side stretch here. We're going to inhale back through center, get really long, and I'm keeping that length as I curve to the right. So it's a long side-to-side C curve. Inhale, wag the tail like you're trying to look back at your tail. Inhale, front and center. One more time, exhale, wag the tail. Should feel good. We'll come back, front and center, and relax down. And that is your sample Daily 5 beginning level routine. So if it was something you enjoyed and it seems appropriate for you or somebody you know, then you can check out the full program in the Fit Shop. And if you have any questions, then feel free to email me at Amanda's Corner. It's C-O-R-E, like your core, Amanda's Corner @charter.net. Thank you. Bye-bye.